What is up, guys? Dashing here for episode 608 of Community Universe Mode. We are live for NGW Checkpoint, England, this lovely Sunday afternoon. Happy Father's Day, by the way, to all of those CMV dads out there. And I hope you are ready for some awesome action as always. Things getting underway in spicy fashion as the Misfits implode. Joseph Santos and Tenra one-on-one, no holds barred. The former NGW Tag Team Champions, well, dissolving a couple of months back at the hands of Santos, who turned on his then best friend Tenra, citing that he was tired lugging all of the weight of the team, picking up all the slack, doing the work, while Tenra kind of just stood there and basked in the glory of their success. And Santos thought that he had permanently gotten rid of Tenra until the Mustache Man came out of nowhere a couple of weeks ago, attacking Santos after he had a match on NGW TV, and then Tenra also costing Santos a spot in the Magnificent Six ladder match during that Fatal 5-Way a couple of weeks back. So now they're going to settle it once and for all. Joseph Santos, Tenra, anything goes. Joseph Santos just wants to put the Misfits behind him and start building towards a successful singles career with Rami Young by his side. And that's got to sting for Tenra as well, that Young decided to stick by Santos after what he did. Although I'd say Rami Young is torn internally. Yes, she has aligned with Santos as they are in a relationship, but Tenra was her friend. She had nothing to do with what Santos did. She's not out here tonight for her own safety. I'd say that's a good call. Things are going to get rough between these two, that's for sure. All the way across the pond comes the one and only Tenra, with the best mustache in the game. Don't at him. Have you ever seen one better? Maybe Shanaz Andoni rivals him. Maybe. Tenra says he is still a misfit at heart. But tonight he's got only one thing in mind, and that's revenge. No countouts, no disqualifications. Both these men had to sign a contract in order for this match to be made official. Pin or submission only in the ring will end this match. Kind of don't even want to call it a match. It's going to be a fight. So here we go. NGW Checkpoint, England. Gonna get underway in rowdy fashion. Joseph Santos, Tenra. Anything goes as Poe rings the bell. Tries to go for a kick out of the gate. Does Tenra, but Santos was a bit quicker. Goes for the kick again, and Santos nails him with the heel of his boot. Then a soccer ball kick. Already Santos has the upper hand. Jawbreaker. Gonna force the Florida Flatliner to stagger back a bit. That leaves him open. Tenra comes at him with that swinging neck breaker. Missed the kick to the back though. Forearm smash to the lower back. Now overhand punches connecting. 4 in a row. 5. Elbow to the jaw. Tenra in the corner. Nowhere to go. Not able to counter the striking aptitude of Joseph Santos here, who now throws Tenra shoulder first into the steel post. And gonna look to choke Tenra out. No disqualification, remember. Santos could have kept that locked in for as long as he wanted to. Slaps away the hand, jumping back elbow. And look at Santos, full of himself. Doesn't care what he has to do to get rid of Tenra once and for all. Santos says he's a future NGW champion, and once he takes out the trash in Tenra tonight, he's coming for that title. And the winner of this match could very well find themselves, towards the top of the rankings. We have no idea who's going to walk out of our main event tonight, the Cage of Horrors between Josep Ali Vota and Dante Tatum Champion, but they're certainly going to have a lot of challengers nipping at their heels. Santos to the top rope with a leg drop. That looked like a double leg drop even. 1, 2. Almost a 2 count. I got a bit ahead of myself. Tenra is already in a world of trouble. Got to find a way to turn things around. Just as I say that, dragon screw from the mustache man who threatens a punch, but Santos going to roll to the outside. To think these two were once upon a time tag team champions together, fan favorites. Santos threw that all away for his own selfish desires. Although if you ask him, it's because he was tired of carrying Tenra. This fight now going to go to the outside. DDT on those thin pads. Might as well be concrete. No count out. Santos going to throw Tenra back into the ring. He's got him beat to the top rope again. An elbow drop this time to the upper back. Another pin attempt in the middle of the ring. 1, 2, but not enough for Santos to leave victorious just yet. High kick by Tenra and a super kick. Now, whereas Santos brings the advantage in terms of striking with his fists, I think Tenra has him beat with those kicks. And now a camel clutch. That would feel so good for Tenra to force Santos to submit. Not going to happen, at least not right now. Escaping through the legs. Santos Irish whip. Off the ropes goes Tenra on the rebound. I think he was going for a low blow, it looked like. Kick to the midsection. Corkscrew neck breaker. Now Tenra going to take a step back. That unique offense of his. A little rolling leg drop. Stomp to the chest, and now a pin. 1. Only a 1 count, though. I gotta say, I'm surprised. I figured both these guys would immediately go for weapons just to try and kill each other, but certainly has been very aggressive, trying to outdo one another. Punch to the back of the head. I mean, whoever wins this is gonna prove that they were the stronger of the two. That vintage combo from Santos. 1, 2, 3, and Santos, guys, victorious. And look at how he talks trash to Tenra afterwards. I mean, Santos was in control of that match for virtually all of it. Tenra getting little offense in here and there. I thought the leg drop was going to do it, honestly. Tenra was just struggling to keep up with Santos throughout the match, who was feeling froggy, it would seem, jumping off the top rope a couple of times. Perhaps Tenra came back a little bit too early. I mean, Santos did a real number on him, but Tenra wanted payback. Unfortunately, his emotions played right into the hands of Santos tonight. This combo from Santos, the double closed fists to the chest. And Tenra is down for the count. Joseph Santos, whether we like it or not, proving he's the better man. That was a statement. Santos didn't come for a master class, a 5-star classic. He came to put Tenra down, and that's what he did. Well, things are only going to get more extreme from here on out. And up next is no different. Last woman standing. Amber Briggs and Rose Beauchamp hopefully will finally end this beef that's only been building more and more and more over the last couple of months. Now, this all started when Amber Briggs decided to step down, from her position as NGW Women's Division Overseer, saying she was watching all of these, fresh faces come in and tear the scene up every week. It gave her that itch again. And one of her very first opponents back was Rosebud Champ. They had an amazing match. If you haven't seen it, I suggest going back and watching it. Amber Briggs won by the skin of her teeth. And Rosebud Champ, for weeks after, said, give me another chance, and the result will not be the same. Going back and forth on Twitter, Ken Donahue had to take matters into his own hands, saying, you two have got to chill out, forcing them to team together a couple of weeks ago, hoping that would maybe quell the aggression between them. But all that ended up happening is Amber Briggs cost them the match against the Sage Sisters, and so Ken said, fine, I'll give you two what you want. Iron Woman match. Earlier this week on NGW TV, it ended 2-2. It was a draw. So Donahue had no choice but to make this match right here last woman standing. There are no pins. There are no submissions. There are no countouts. No disqualifications. The only way to win is to incapacitate your opponent until the refs count of 10. The boss of CMV, the inaugural Vixen's champion, along with a plethora of other accolades in her time on Fusion and Ferocity. But looking to prove that even at her age, 39 years old, she is still better than the supposed future, quote-unquote, like Rosebud Champ. Amber Briggs, no stranger to these types of matches. She's a former women's hardcore champion. But the tension is so thick between these two, you could cut it with a knife. I mean, they can hardly stand to be in the same locker room as each other. And I talked about it earlier this week on NGW TV. I think one of the reasons these two hate each other so much is because Amber sees a lot of herself in Rosebud Champ, and Rose the same, but wants to prove that she's better than Amber Briggs ever was. Meanwhile, Amber Briggs may be feeling like Rose is coming in to steal her thunder. Shaft her, push her out. Look at her, man. The Southern Colossus. The Amazonian warrior looks like she was chiseled out of marble. I mean, that physique. One of the very few singles losses Rosebud Champ has is to Amber Briggs, and she's going to look to rectify that right here, right now. Again, there are no pins, there are no submissions, no countouts or disqualifications. The only way to win is to beat your opponent up so badly they can't respond to the referee's count of 10, and Rose coming right out of the gate like a bull let loose from its pen with a clothesline, flooring Amber Briggs, and now into a neck crank. Throwing Briggs down onto the canvas, but Briggs responding early with a jawbreaker, putting some distance between these two. She's going to look to use with that big boot, but it had little to no effect on Beauchamp. Slamming Amber down, and a big old fury punch coming through afterwards. If you thought this was going to be a technical battle or even a wrestling match at all, you are dead wrong. We saw how much these two despise each other earlier this week on NGW TV in the Iron Woman match. Still can't believe that went to a draw, 2-2. But that just tells you how evenly matched these women are. Chinlock by Rose this early in the match, trying to solidify her dominance, but Briggs not going to have any of it. Jawbreaker, knife edge chop, lighting up that chest like the 4th of July, but Rose coming in hot with a power bomb off the shoulder. Oh, Poe was going to try to start a count, but Rose said, not until I'm ready. Another power bomb. Still not finished, but Amber takes it with a pinch of salt. Boot up under the jaw, gonna go for the leg. Now that's a great strategy, I think, for either one of these women, but more specifically Amber Briggs, since Rose is the taller. Go for those legs. Keep her grounded so that she physically cannot get back up to her feet. Well, Rose is gonna look for the win right here. Poe is already at the count of 4. Now 5, 6, 7. Amber getting back up. I thought for a minute that was going to be it. Reverse DDT down onto the knee. Then a stomp to the chest and some head bashes off the canvas. Briggs can be mean when she wants to be. The best of the best now going to try her hand at winning this match. 2, 3, 4, 5. Rose gets up. Amber not happy about that. Kick to the chest, and again, no remorse. Without a single care for Rose's well-being. Amber's almost telling the rookie, stay down if you know what's good for you. Giving her a chance to survive the night, live to fight another day. But again at the count of 5, and every time Rose tries to get up, Amber just kicks her right back down. Now she's maybe looking to hit something big. Irish whip to the corner. Back body splash. Rose is hanging on for dear life, but it ain't going to do her no good. Alley-oop bomb. Amber grabs her by the ears, brings her up to a vertical base. Irish whip out onto the apron. And this is Falls Count Anywhere. Oh my God. Amber is no small chick, and Rose just freaking grabbed her from the apron and pulled her into the ring. Hang on, choke slam. Look at how high she got her. My God. Rose telling Poe to begin a count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Amber, eyes glazed over. I don't know if she's got what it takes to continue, guys. 7, but 7. With only a few seconds to spare. Rose keeping her in that front headlock. Big punch right to the face. And oh no, what is Beauchamp doing here? Dragging her across the top rope. Jesus! Face first into the mat. And there's that neck crank again. Beauchamp intent on perhaps ripping Amber's head off by the time this match is over. Targeting every single exposed limb now. Smashing the arm into the canvas. Hook to the jaw, but Amber caught it. Throws it back at her. Kicks the midsection. DDT! DDT by the boss, who raises her arm. Confident that this may be it, but Poe was trying to count. Amber said, not till I'm ready. Clothesline, back body drop. Rose will not stay down, but Amber on her like a monkey on a cupcake. Spine buster. Rose coming back to life. Maybe this is her second chance. She knows that she's got to seal the deal, and soon. Slap away that punch. Rose! The choke slam down onto the knee. A maneuver that Amber has felt the sting of on many occasions. Beauchamp looks to hammer that final nail into the coffin and prove she is better. The tornado sit-out powerbomb. Amber just got right back up. What? That had to be out of instinct. And Rose just like gently kicked her back down. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is it, guys. 9 and 10. Rose Beauchamp is the last woman standing. Amber, her heart and soul shining through as she attempted to get right back up after the powerbomb, but she just did not have enough left. Rose Beauchamp standing tall over Amber Briggs. I like how they get a replay of the full 10 count. And Beauchamp could not be more elated. This win, certainly the biggest of her career, and that's going to skyrocket her right to the forefront of the women's division. And I hope y'all are strapped in. It is our first of 4 championship matches tonight. Still to come, the Rising Star title on the line, the Women's Championship on the line, and in the main event, the NGW title to be decided when Josep Alivota and Dante Tatum are locked inside the cage of horrors. But first, it is the NGW Tag Team titles up for grabs as the Unbeaten Beatdown challenge Black Magic's TJ Black and Jared Leon. Now, at every single turn, Cam Harris and Bill Wild have had Black Magic's number. First, Cam Harris knocked off Jared Leon one-on-one. Then, more recently, the Bad Boy defeated TJ Black one-on-one. But when it matters most, when the lights are on bright, can the former Rising Star champion and Bill Wild get the job done? Black Magic have proved time and time again when their backs are against the wall, that's when they are the most dangerous. This is the team that defended their titles in South Carolina in a triple threat tornado tag team title match, guys. The longest reigning NGW tag team champions in NGW's history. And they're not coming alone tonight. Jared Leon's wife, Joy Justice, with that supportive role in the corner. And in the past, she has been very sneaky, so keep your eyes on her. Hopefully Harris and Wild can stay focused. For Cam Harris, this is the biggest match since his return to NGW TV, suffering an injury at the end of last season, kept him on the shelf for the first few months of this season, but upon his return, he quickly recruited the services of the bruiser, Bad Boy Bill Wild, and as stated before, they are undefeated so far, proving to be a force to be reckoned with in the tag team division. The Sin City Savior is a long way from home, but he could be looking to cash out big time tonight. And even though Cam Harris and Bill Wild successful in their singles endeavors over TJ Black and Jared Leon, when Black Magic are together as a unit, it cannot be argued they are the most dominant tandem in NGW's history. Maybe one of the most in CMV, period. And that's just made doubly true whenever Joy Justice is at their side. The unholy one. And the brother-in-law of CMV's most wicked bloody justice. Making NGW their playground of destruction these last few months. They've held those titles since Fast Track, where they obliterated, were pretty much the catalyst to the Misfits breaking up. Always get goosebumps on my arms when these two enter the ring. The NGW Tag Team titles is what it's all about here at NGW Checkpoint, England. The beatdown, Cam Harris and Bill Wild may be young into their partnership, but already this past month they have had a stranglehold on the tag team division and the champions, as a matter of fact. And that is why they have got a lot of confidence behind them, along with that wave of momentum they're riding. I know for a fact a good many people in the NGW universe are betting on the beatdown, but, well, maybe they should bet on Black Magic, that is. You like that segue there? TJ Black and Jared Leon are the longest reigning champs for a reason. Referee Poe going to cautiously approach to take the titles, hoisting them up high for the world to see. Who's going to start things off for each team? Going to be Cam Harris for the beatdown and TJ Black for the champions. Poe rings that bell and let's get it on. Once more, got to note Joy Justice ringside. She's been known to interfere on behalf of Black Magic before, so let's make sure to keep a close eye on her. Cam Harris got to stay focused. Irish Whip going to knock Bill Wild off the apron. TJ Black starting strong, but tries to go from belly to belly, and these two are very similar in their in-ring ability. Highly athletic, unmatched agility. Cam Harris brought up to his feet. Irish Whip in the corner of the champions early on, and Jared Leon going to take it upon himself to get involved. That was risky, man. Poe could have easily called for the bell. This one could have ended via disqualification, but you know, if that happened, Black Magic would retain because of their champion's advantage. The beatdown can only win the titles via pin or submission in the ring, and now Cam Harris fending for himself as Jared Leon going to get involved again with a sleeper slam. Returning to the apron. He's pushing it. Things are already not looking too good for the challengers, though. Ooh, gut first. When TJ Black into the announce table in that German suplex. Cam Harris clipping the base of his skull, guys, off the corner. Seems like he's okay enough, though. Gonna get some... Hang on now! Oh, Joy Justice trying to use her feminine features to distract Cam Harris. Did Cam just try to hit her? I believe that would risk a disqualification too. And also, Poe is at the count of 11. They have until 20 to get back into the ring, and Cam Harris is going to save he and Bill Wild the tag team titles, and Joy Justice tried to again lay her hands on the Sin City Savior. Man, what are we, like 3 minutes into this match, and there's already been a handful of disqualification risks. Cam going to make the tag to the bad boy Bill Wild, who knocked off TJ Black one-on-one a couple of weeks ago on NGW TV. European uppercut, the unholy one. Going to go behind, reverse DDT, down out of the knee and into a neck breaker. Big man going to get dragged. I think TJ wants a tag of his own. Here comes Jared Leon. Member of the Justice family, hailing from the Bloody Forest. Joy Justice, man, this is what I'm talking about. Black Magic came out here with a game plan, and they are executing it to perfection. Takedown by Bill Wild. Back up to the seat, short arm shoulder block. Joy Justice cheering her husband on as TJ Black watches from the apron, and a choke from Leon. Gotta watch the 5 count. Neither one of these teams particularly afraid of bending the rules in their favor, as we have seen abundantly so far. Wild gonna try to bring Leon over to the corner of the beatdown, but good idea there on Jared's part to stop him with the trio of elbows to the gut, and that alley-oop bomb dropping him down onto the canvas with a thud. Counters the Irish whip. Leon goes out onto the apron, almost falling to the outside. Wild gonna use this chance to make a tag to Cam Harris, the former Rising Star champion, with the running Hurricane Rana, putting Leon on his derriere. Leg drop to the inside of the knee. Cam Harris might be flashy, but that doesn't mean, oh man, he ain't willing to do what he's got to do by any means necessary to walk out tonight a champion. Crafty son of a gun. Uh-oh, Uranagi slam coming in from Jared, but homework done by Cam. He saw it coming, clotheslining Leon out of the ring. Joy coming over to check on her hubby. Oh! TJ Black running interference. Cam was going to try to go to the top rope and jump to the outside. Now Cam's waiting on Leon to get back into the ring. Looks to cut him off. Kicks the midsection springboard, but Leon sidestepped it, and an STO throws him down with ease. Lifting him into the air, slamming his kneecap into the canvas, hoping to shatter it into a million little pieces. The same with the elbow. The neck crank being applied. When done by a stronger man, someone like Jared Leon, oof. Just a little bit extra pressure, he could snap Cam's neck in two. Some more teamwork by Black Magic. TJ holding back the arms while Leon laid into the chest with that knife edge chop. Another Hurricane Rana, but once more, Cam falling for the beauty of Joy Justice. Not what I would call a looker, but we all have our own desires. Cam Harris is certainly a man of passion. Drops the knee down onto the kidneys. Jared Leon may be getting a little bit miffed that Cam's dared to look at his wife. Misses the stomp, back into the ring. Tries for a punch. Man, those reflexes, and there's the Uranagi slam. Second time he gets it, and back to the neck crank. Leon wants to maintain the driver's seat here. Relentless throwing Cam Harris into the corner, and Black Magic looking to retain their NGW Tag Team titles. They call this the potion. And that'll do it. Black Magic to retain. 1, 2. No, Cam Harris did not come to lose. Digging down deep to get out of that one with a millisecond to spare. TJ Black standing on top of him though, like peanut butter on jelly, not allowing him to make the tag, which he clearly wants. Bill Wild on the apron. There's that bicycle super kick. TJ Black and his strikes lethal. Leg drop to the elbow. Look at how Black just relishes in the opportunity to pick his opponents apart. Jawbreaker, middle of the ring. TJ Black with enough of those Hurricane Ranas. I've had it just about up to here. Clothesline instead of drop toe hold. Hung out to dry. Enjoy Justice adding insult to injury as he tossed that trash right to Cam's face in a drop kick. You see how TJ drop kicked the rope so that it went into Cam's throat. That is just diabolical. And now TJ Black taking Cam down with the rolling kill switch, and it's enough. Black Magic still the NGW Tag Team Champions. It's exactly what I said. Yes, the beatdown got the better of Black Magic at every turn. But when it mattered most, Black Magic came ready for a war, and that's what they got. But they are still walking out as champions. Definitely got to give a nod to Joy Justice, who did her part. Is there any team that can dethrone this monstrous combination of TJ Black and Jared Leon? One title retained. What's going to happen up next when it's a triple threat match for the CMV Rising Star Championship in his home country, guys? Jay Young given the opportunity of a lifetime, because originally in his place was supposed to be Charlie Garfield, but Garfield got into an altercation a couple of weeks ago backstage, and that had him fired from NGW. So we needed a substitute. We actually thought it was just going to be Blake Virtue and Antonio Balesko one-on-one, but no, Ken Donahue throwing Young a bone. The TV Dream, man, looking to win his first CMV championship, and as is Blake Virtue, who says he has been waiting for this type of opportunity for a long time. And then you've got the unbeaten, still unpinned, unsubmitted, or beaten any other way for that matter, the man who brought an end to Anthony Hunt's legendary reign in South Carolina, the Italian stallion Antonio Balesko, who has defeated Charlie Garfield, Blake Virtue, and Jay Young. Though he didn't pin or submit Jay Young, he was victorious in that tag team match earlier this week. It was Blake Virtue and Jay Young versus Antonio Balesko and Dante Tatum. Balesko actually pinned Virtue again, giving Virtue just more fuel to try and win when it matters most. And this has got to feel like, well, maybe a TV dream for Jay Young, who 2 weeks ago, was kind of struggling to get noticed this season, incurring loss after loss after loss, attempting to find his footing, and then just a chance is all he wanted, and Ken Donahue gifting him that here. It's got to feel amazing for Young to be given this championship match in front of his family and friends who are right there in the front row. And he is going to give his heart and soul to not disappoint them or the fans. Three of the most athletic superstars in NGW today. Blake Virtue is on his own kind of redemption story, though. At the end of last season, just when he was signed to CMV, he suffered a pretty nasty injury that kept him on the shelf for over half a year. Returning last month, and well, Virtue said earlier this week, it's not the return I was looking for, talking about his loss to Antonio Beleska, but I'm going to make up for it in England by winning my first CMV championship. Last but most certainly not least, the man who almost came out of nowhere, debuting in NGW at Fast Track, a part of the Battle Royal. Ooh, I like the look, very snazzy. A proper English lad. But Beleska has just exploded into the position of being one of the most just incredible superstars we've seen come through NGW in recent memory, maybe since the inception of the show. Unpinned, unsubmitted still, brought an end to the 7-month reign of Anthony Hunt. Antonio Beleska, well, I mean, the back of his tights there, ain't no lie, he's the man. The man to beat for Jay Young and Blake Virtue. And Beleska is really in a tough situation here because this is not elimination. It is first fall to a finish, pin or submission in the ring. That means that Jay Young can pin Blake Virtue. Blake Virtue can pin Jay Young. Beleska doesn't even have to be involved in the decision, guys, to lose his championship. He has got to keep his wits about him. No countouts and no disqualifications either. Here we go. Young, Virtue, Beleska. Referee Poe, ring that bell. Let's go. Blake Virtue going to hang back as Young takes the first shot with a German suplex to the champ. Now Virtue going to come out swinging, but Young's ready for him with a pendulum backbreaker. Jay Young calls himself the technical machine. He's spent time recently training with the technical prodigy CMV Hall of Famer Dave Turner to only better his game. But when he's in the ring with Blake Virtue and Antonio Beleska, two of the just most incredibly agile superstars in CMV right now, he might have to shift his game a little bit. Ooh, going for a rope, gonna try to steal it here. Beleska with some strength, even though he's the smallest man in the match. Don't let that fool you. Packing some power. Now we're going to drag Virtue to the center of the ring. Oh, and just laying down some stomps to the chest. Here comes a forearm smash right to the side of the head. Jay Young rejoining the fight. I don't think Beleska or Virtue have realized that. He's just going to hang out in the corner like it ain't no thing but a chicken wing. Waiting for his shot. That's what I would do if I was ever in some sort of multi-man match. I always talk about that. Hang back. Let your opponents beat the hell out of each other. And when you see an opening, take it. Of course, I've never been in the ring, so that advice may be completely void of any real meaning, but, you know, tries to go for a back elbow, breaking up the collar and elbow between Young and Beleska. Ooh, elbow right to the face. Where's Young going? Running to the corner again. Taking my advice to heart, Valeska DDTing Virtue right off the apron. Well, that might take Virtue out of the game for the next few minutes, giving Young and Valeska a prime opportunity to return to the ring and go for a pin or lock in a submission. Break of the eyes. Valeska sees Blake starting to get to his feet, going over to help him. Jay Young, he's got to wake up. Virtue's got that quickness, man. You blink and he'll knock you out with any one of his kicks or his knees. A little bit insulting. Tucking Valeska's head between his legs, smashing his face into the mat. Blake Virtue saying, "Come on, Jay Young. What you hanging out on the apron for, boy? Let's do some work." Maybe regretting that. Now Jay Young gonna try to finish off Antonio, who's still looking at him. It stomped to the bicep, not just one, two. Can't we make it three? No. Gonna go for the leg now. That's what I'm talking about. When Jay Young gets you on the mat, you are in trouble. Valeska has got to get back to a vertical base, or maybe pray that Virtue comes in to save him. Well, tries to, but Jay Young like, "Yeah, boy, I'm doing good right now." Should not turn your back on someone like Blake Virtue, though. Kind of a backpack face buster. Goes for a kick to the side of the head. Young looks to clothesline him out of the ring, but a stun gun instead. Blake Virtue going to the top rope. Look at that positioning. This could be it for Virtue. He has got his fingers on the troll. My God, Valeska turning that attempted crossbody into a power slam. The Rising Star champion making a comeback. Inverted atomic drop. Oof. Spreading the legs. Double leg drop with a sun don't shine. And then another drop kick to the face. And a kick to the chest from Young. Elbow to the jaw. We've seen this before from the champ. Northern Light suplex. Bringing Young through. Deadlifting him into the final cut. Virtue is somehow already back to his feet. Catching Antonio. Hip toss. Knee to the face. What a match. And now it's Virtue who's thriving off the energy of these fans. Double axe handle. Rolls through. Kick to the side of the head. Jay Young looking for refuge in the corner. I don't think he's going to find it, though. Blake Virtue coming in a million miles a minute. Goes for a kick to the chest. Young moves out of the way. Placed up against the ropes. Swing-shotting Virtue back towards the center of the ring. Lateral press. 1, 2. Antonio Valeska seeing his title reign go down the drain. Running back into the ring. Hang on! Hang on! Antonio catching Young off guard. Rolling the dice to retain his championship. Will it be enough? But Virtue sees the pin. Popping back up to his feet. Breaking it up before even the count of 1. Desperation pin by Virtue. Now a kip up from Jay Young. All three of these superstars have brought their absolute A-game to this contest. Capture suplex from the Italian Stallion. Virtue's waiting in the wings, but Antonio has got something for him. Fisherman's driver, the way his neck bent off the mat. Ugh. Short arm shoulder block. Again, Blake Virtue drops into the pin. He's got to know it's going to take more than that to win this match, though. Antonio Valeska goes for a kick. Virtue faster. Irish whip off the ropes, able to dodge him as Antonio stomps back to the thigh. Catapult European uppercut. And look who's waking up. Jay Young come back into the ring as Antonio wastes time mocking his opponents. Almost cost himself the championship. Jay, oh my God! Popping off the top rope moonsault. Takes out Blake Virtue, and now Jay Young has Antonio Valeska all to himself, but Valeska giving some time to rest. Back suplex. Lateral press. 1, 2. Rising Star Championship is what it is all about. For Jay Young here in front of his family, his friends, his home country of England. Arm wrench dropped to a hold from Young. Blake Virtue just finds his footing, sliding back into the ring, looking to cut off Jay Young, but didn't do him any good. Now an Irish whip into the corner. Watch out, referee Poe. Where's Antonio going? Again. This late into the match. Just carefree. Antonio feeling that he's got this one in the bag. Look at this teamwork between Blake Virtue and Antonio Valeska. Gets rid of Jay Young. What the hell? Blake Virtue. High and low, missing each other. Irish whip. Antonio hoists him up. Gonna try to take him out. Punch to the back. Virtue misses the Irish whip. Another schoolboy powerbomb. What is Valeska doing here, guys? Armbar. Armbar leg lock combo from Valeska. Very rarely, if ever, do we see Antonio go for submissions. What is Jay Young doing here? On the apron, I guess he was timing his shot. Valeska. Oh! Virtue! The knee! The knee! Virtue! Virtue! Wait a minute, what? Jay Young. Short arm shoulder block. He just ate that knee and got right back up, pulling that Amber Briggs from earlier. Although he might actually have a chance of winning this thing with Valeska down. He ain't got his champion's advantage in this match, guys. If Jay Young pins Blake Virtue or vice versa, they will become the new champion. Clothesline out of the ring. It's not falls count anywhere, but Virtue, what the hell is he doing? Caution to the wind, but it doesn't pay off. At least he didn't kill himself. Valeska awakening from his nap, taking out both of his challengers with one kick. Targeting Jay Young, who's up against the ropes. Throws out a punch to the jaw. Kick to the midsection. What is this? Pump handle. Driver! Pump handle driver! Middle of the ring. Jay Young's got it. 1, 2. Oh. So close to becoming the new Rising Star champion. Trying to keep himself focused, not letting his emotions get the better of him. Virtue slumped, covered in sweat. All three of these men starting to tire out. Doesn't matter how in shape you are. After a wait! What is Virtue? What the hell? Blake Virtue! I turn away for 1 millisecond. What the hell? I hope we get a replay of that, guys. I literally turned for a second. But Blake Virtue is the new Rising Star champion. Pinning Antonio Valeska. I did not see what he hit, though. Oh, God damn it. The one time we actually need a replay, I have to imagine he hit his knee or something. I'm going to have to go back and watch that, but, well, Poe saw what happened, and that's what matters. Blake Virtue is the new Rising Star champion. What a match. And what a win for Virtue. Well, now we've had one title successfully retained. That was Black Magic beating The Beatdown. And we just saw Blake Virtue become the new Rising Star champion by pinning Antonio Valeska in that wild triple threat. But this is the match I think a lot of people have been looking forward to the most, and that's saying something considering we still have the Magnificent Six ladder match to come and the Cage of Horrors match between Josep Olivota and Dante Tatum for the NGW Championship. It is the women's title that's to be decided right here, right now, when the inevitable Akira challenges Sunny Octave, and these two go way back to the start of the women's division here in NGW, coming together to form the House of Hayes, of course, along with Kelsey Hayes, but well, things slowly started to crumble and hit a tipping point when Kelsey Hayes attacked Sunny Octave, costing her that women's championship match, and that led to the triple threat 2 out of 3 falls tables match we saw in South Carolina, where Akira won by putting both Kelsey Hayes and Sunny Octave through a table, proving once and for all she is not the one to be cast into the shadows. She's not the weak link, but that really she was the best of the three. Well, ever since then, week after week, all of these challenges put her way by General Manager Ken Downey, who she has knocked them all down. And originally, this was supposed to be Akira versus Sunny Octave for the NGW Women's Championship, but then Ashley Rain decided to cash in her rematch clause after she lost her title to Sunny Octave, and that shocker in and of itself. And Donahue decided to add her to the title match in England, making it a triple threat, but then we all know what happened earlier this week on NGW TV. Ashley Rain found unconscious backstage before the show has started. And even though still to this day, Ken Donahue wasn't able to find any concrete evidence that it was Akira, Ashley Rain defeated Akira a couple of weeks ago, embarrassing the baddest bitch. And that has led Donahue and just about everybody else in their mamas to believe Akira was behind the attack so that she could make this one-on-one again. And I think originally everybody had Akira picked to win this match without a shadow of a doubt. But then Sunny Octave pinned Akira in that triple threat non-title match earlier this week. It's completely up in the air again. But Akira very hauntingly said on Twitter earlier today, "I hope they remember you, Octave." Almost saying she's going to try and end Octave's career. Sunny Octave won the women's championship, beating Ashley Rain in under 2 minutes at the top of the month. And a moment that had everyone's jaws dropped on the floor. And well, ever since then, Octave has been steadily trying to prove she deserves to hold that championship, because there's been a lot of talk within the universe that it was a fluke. And that when she actually has to defend her title, she'll be exposed for the fraud that she is. But again, she pinned Akira in that triple threat match earlier this week. If she can beat Akira here one-on-one, I don't know how anybody could talk. That's going to be easier said than done. Akira, who isn't normally a pleasant person to be around, is just, these last couple of weeks, on edge and incredibly ruthless towards anyone. First, Ashley Rain embarrassed her, then Sunny Octave. Akira sending a clear message across the ring with that cutthroat. Octave not letting it faze her, though, keeping her composure, not letting her eyes leave Akira. She's focused as she can be. Look at pointing at Akira, saying, "You want this, you're going to have to pry it from my cold, dead hands." But I think Akira wouldn't mind doing that. Oh, shows the championship to Akira. Doesn't even look down at it. Laser focus. Here we go. The inevitable. Sunny Octave for the women's championship. Let's get it on. And a kick to the knee immediately. These two know each other so well from their time being a part of the House of Hayes. And, you know, Akira and Sunny Octave never really had a personal issue themselves until now. It was Kelsey Hayes and Sonny Octave that brought an end to the House of Hayes. But Akira, ooh, damn, Dragon Suplex trying to finish this one early, but only gets a 1 count. Akira, I think, always felt like she was forgotten. Everybody always talking about Kelsey Hayes, Sonny Octave, oh, and their bodyguard, Akira. But in South Carolina, she shut everyone's mouth, winning that 2 out of 3 falls tables match. She's not some background character. Akira calls herself the inevitable for a reason. She says it's only a matter of time before I hold that women's championship. Overhand punch to the chest. Has Octave down. And we know Akira, a lethal submission expert. The Akira clutch, she calls it. That reverse choke. Sonny Octave, she gets caught in that. It's going to be lights out. Going to have to use her quickness to evade Akira. Try to turn her lights out like she did earlier this week with that DDT. God. Belly to back suplex. Akira is not here to entertain the fans. She ain't paid by the hour. Brainbuster down onto the knee. What? Not even a 1 count. Akira going in already for a submission. The rings of Saturn. Sonny Octave gonna position herself to the side, gets her elbow free, and there you go. 3 of them right to the eye, that looked like. Akira gonna try to shake the cobwebs. You saw her trying to go out of it for a minute. What is this? Oh my God. Octave putting Akira into the tree of woes. What the hell, my... That pendulum drop kick to the chest. And Sonny Octave calling Akira a loser. I don't think Akira is the kind of person you want to insult. Sonny Octave bringing her own level of aggression to this match. We all thought Akira was going to come out here trying to rip Octave's arm off, but seems to be the opposite so far. Rink of the eyes. Octave will do what she has to do to remain women's champion. I can respect that to a limit, you know. What the? Akira from Sonny Octave. Oh my God! T-bone suplex from the apron into the ring, and Octave only gets a 1 count off of that. Are you kidding me? I guess they call her the baddest bitch for a reason. Swinging neck breaker. And it's that neck that's starting to get targeted. Akira realizing it. Sonny has a lot of maneuvers in her arsenal that go after the back of the head and the neck area. The front flip, bit of an insert curve. Yeah, bang-a-rang. Sonny Octave is doing this for each and every single person out there who is doubting her legitimacy as women's champion. Snapdragon suplex, the exact way Akira started the match. Will it end that way for her? No. Only a 1 count. Sonny Octave lets out a roar, the roar of a champion, marking her territory. I think Akira got a bit high of herself heading into this match. And she's learning very quickly that Octave is no pushover. This is the first time that these two are ever going one-on-one. Dropped on that top rope, sternum first. And Octave is in cruise control at the moment, dominating Akira, having her way with the challenger. Grabbing her by the hair. Ooh, blowing on the knuckles. Straight right hook to the face. 1. Only a 1 count, though. Akira's got to come, too. She's got to do something big and do it right now. Because if Octave keeps this up, she's going to leave England still the women's champion. Just when Akira's looking down, bringing Sonny Octave to Suplex City. 3 Germans in a row. And she ain't finished either. Arm wrench. Octave able to roll through. Drop toe hold. Akira smacking her face off the mat. And the single knee face breaker from Sunny. The champ has won matches off that before. 1, 2, 3. Sunny Octave is still women's champion. Delivering the knee to the face out of nowhere. Just as Akira was picking things back up. And looking to finish off Octave. Sunny turned the lights out. I still can't believe that exploder suplex from the apron, and it only got a 1 count. Again, Sunny proves to the world that her win over Ashley Rain was no fluke, that she deserves to carry the mantle of women's champion. Here was the end right here. Akira thought she had Sunny beat, but bam, the single knee face breaker coming out of nowhere. And Octave is still women's champion. Getting my voice ready because I surely am going to be marking out hard. Up next in our co-main event, it is the Magnificent Six ladder match. Bret Curtis, Sage Autumn, Durag Jones, Ace Reeves, DC, and Gary Reed willing to put their bodies, perhaps even their careers, on the line for just a shot at glory. Still to come after this, the Cage of Horrors will lock Yosef Ali Vota and Dante Tatum inside as they vie for the NGW Championship, the very title that one of these 6 men will have a contract for anytime, anywhere to cash in at their leisure. Just as we saw Ashley Rain do a couple of months ago when she won the same prize, cashed in on Piper Fox to win the women's title. All 6 of these men saying that they are coming to England to win, but only one can climb that ladder and unhook the briefcase that hangs high above the ring. And it is a tough call. I'm supposed to remain unbiased, but if I could be, I don't even know who I would choose. A very diverse lineup. You've got someone like Bret Curtis, who is a lethal striker and really all around an incredible athlete in all aspects of the game. Then there's Sage Autumn, who's a bit of a dark horse here. He's only had 1 match since coming to NGW, where he took NGW champion Dante Tatum to the limit. He did end up losing in the end, but still. And we didn't get to see much of him when he was on Fusion either, teaming with Kadaske. So it's kind of like Sage Autumn, an unknown. Durag Jones, who's a powerhouse through and through. I hope the ladders are doubly reinforced to carry his way. I think Bret Curtis said that actually on Twitter last week. I have to agree with him. Then there's Ace Reeves, the gravity manipulator, who gives that name some real power, because he is just unlike any other I have seen flying around that ring. This is the exact type of match. And he said himself, I can't wait to see what I can do with a ladder in my hands. Then there's DC, who combines power and speed into one unstoppable machine. And then there's Gary Reed, who I think this match is going to be a real test for him, because he's a submission artist and a striker. He's not a high flyer. He doesn't like running around the ring or jumping off the top rope, except for his elbow drop. That's really the only time you'll ever see him go to the top rope. So this is going to be real tricky for Gary Reed, I believe. There he is, the specialist, Bret Curtis, who I hope is going to be able to maintain focus on the goal at hand and not his bad blood with Gary Reed. Another chapter added to that earlier this week on NGW TV when Curtis and Reed competed in a lumberjack match, and Bret Curtis actually blaming DC for his loss because DC, you'll remember, in that match got involved when he wasn't supposed to. Lumberjacks are just meant to stay on the outside and make sure the match remains in the ring. Bret Curtis, the longest tenured of this lot, a former NGW Tag Team Champion, says he will not leave NGW until he is NGW Champion. An admirable goal indeed. But does he have what it takes to survive? And yes, survive this match. And then there's the one-eyed man, Sage Autumn, who's... I can dig it. He's even got some bubbles coming out here. Sage Autumn is a very interesting pick by General Manager Ken Donahue. I really can't understand why our GM gave Autumn this opportunity, though. I have speculated Autumn is an associate of Cole Savage, and we know the type of power that Cole Savage has here in CMV. Maybe pulls a couple of strings, I don't know. As dark of a dark horse as they come. Complete unknown. But maybe that will benefit Sage Autumn here tonight. None of his 5 opponents have really been able to prepare for him. But how can you prepare for a match like this, honestly? What are you, jumping off of ladders or something in the Performance Center? I don't know. And here comes a man who's just going to try to brute force his way to victory in this one. The Urban Gladiator, Durag Jones, won that fatal 5-way qualifier a couple of weeks ago, the last chance after JBM left NGW, obviously vacating his spot. He's the only man of these 6 that actually had to qualify for a spot. Durag Jones earned this opportunity. Will he earn a future championship match? Durag Jones, only been in NGW a little over a month. He's the rook of this match. But maybe he's about to strap a rocket to his back. And here comes a man who has got, I believe, the most support from the NGW universe. It's like someone just said, this match is tailor-made for Ace Reeves, who loves to test his limits. He's the type of competitor, you blink and you'll miss about 10 moves from him. Debuted in NGW, guys, by beating the NGW champion, Dante Tatum. You can't ask for a much bigger rival than that. And Ace Reeves has been tearing it up on the main roster, too, competing in the 0G division. Reeves earlier today on Twitter wishing luck to all of his 5 opponents. This kid really cares most of all about giving these fans what they paid for. earning that contract might be secondary to him. Just relishing in the opportunity to zip around that ring. And then there's the man who calls himself the greatest athlete that NGW has to offer. He's got the power and he's got the speed. It's as if he was created in a lab to be everything a wrestler should be. DC hoping to take the next step in his NGW career tonight. And finally, the American Dragon, one half of the most popular tag team in NGW history, the Armbar Society, but now looking to carve a path on his own. Walter Willay, his friend, his partner on the main roster, is the current Anarchy champion. Gary Reed wants to prove he has what it takes himself to be a champion. It was almost a year ago that he made it to the finals of the inaugural tournament to crown a new NGW champion. But he slipped up, and ever since then, I think Gary Reed has beat himself up a little bit for that. Who knows where his career would be today if he had won the title on that night. Well, now this is his chance to rewrite history. But as I mentioned before, Gary Reed through and through is a submission artist. He's ended careers with that rolling armbar of his, but I don't think that's going to do him any good. You can't lock in the armbar atop a ladder. Maybe you can. I'd actually like to see if he can try and do that, but in a match like this, it's really about keeping your wits about you and trying not to, well, shave years off your career or life. Here we go, though. The bell has rung. All 6 of these men going right after each other. Whoever climbs the ladder first and unhooks that briefcase that hangs above the ring will earn a contract that they can cash in anytime, anywhere for an NGW championship match, guys. They could, if they wanted to, they could do it up next to the main event. We've seen throughout CMV history, though, with Money in the Bank on the main roster, more recently, Ashley Rain in the Magnificent 6 contract, superstars tend to wait until they have that perfect opening. Look at Ashley Rain. I'll use her as a perfect example. She waited until Piper Fox had a neck injury and had just gone through a title defense to cash in. It's really a thinking man's prize. Ace Reed smashing Reed face first off the apron there, while Sage Autumn rolls out in front of the announce table. Like DC is going to be the first one to grab a ladder, and he's also the tallest man in this match. It's going to take him less steps to get up the ladder, guys. Ace Reed with a corkscrew senton. Oh, and then Reed gets a ladder to the back. Reed's going to knock it out of his hands. Brett Curtis and Do-Rag Jones acting like they owe each other money the way they're beating the hell out of each other in the far corner. Sage Autumn now has the ladder. DC takes it back, though. Goes for a flying clothesline. What is this from Ace Reeves? Oh, making me dizzy looking at it. Dropping Reed onto the ladder. Looks like Reed caught the back of his knee on the steel. That's actually pretty bad because, well, if you didn't know, you need your legs to climb a ladder. Reeves got to protect himself, as he does, blowing it outside, but that has Reeves all alone to the ring, looking to set up the ladder. Face first to Reed. The gravity manipulator has the ladder perfectly set up under the briefcase. But Sage Autumn distracts him, slams him back first into the turnbuckles. Now going back up to the top rope. Beckoning for Autumn to get up to his feet. Jumping over, oh my God! Went for a Hurricane Run, powerbomb into the suplex on the apron. Jesus. Autumn taking out Reed, making sure he stays down, trying to slam the rungs right into the gut of the American Dragon. Jeez. Autumn gonna climb the ladder. There he goes. First man to do so. He's got his hands on the briefcase. Sage Autumn gonna be Mr. Magnificent 6. Gary Reed trying to push the ladder. DC gonna help him out, and I think together they'll be able to get the job done. Autumn is still hanging on though. Electric chair off the shoulders of the greatest athlete. Elbow drop clipping Durag Jones. Ace Reeves. What's he got in store? Gary Reed, of course, going to target Brett Curtis. I don't know why he would do that. That personal animosity they have between each other, keeping them from maintaining focus on what matters right now. Oh, Durag Jones, wave check to DC into the ladder. And now the big man is taken care of. The Urban Gladiator has got himself a wide open chance. Up the ladder he goes, slowly but surely. Sage Autumn gonna go up there to meet him. What's he gonna do? He's gotta do something. Sage, what are you doing? Climbing up the ladder. Durag Jones preparing to meet him. Off the top he goes. Now everybody's back in the ring. Autumn trying to unhook the briefcase. Somebody's gotta stop him. What are they doing? Someone's got to stop him. They're all working together, trying to push over the ladder again. Autumn going to take a plunge at the hands of DC Powerbomb that time. Good God, man. DC places the ladder directly under the briefcase. Up he goes to the top. He was thinking about it anyway. Sage Autumn! Sage Autumn! Nobody sees him yet! Nobody sees him! Autumn's got the briefcase! Autumn's got the briefcase! DC! He's got to get him down! DC, what are you doing? He's trying to knock him off, but Autumn has got a tight grip, refusing to let go. He's still up there, though. Durag Jones, does he have enough? Yes, he does. And now it's Durag. Got the ladder placed. Ace Reeves just smashing Reed face first off the steel barricade. Brett Curtis, this is the first time he's been in the ring for a while. Ace Reeves though, zooming right past both of them. Reeves has got the contract. Reeves, I think he's done it. Does he have it? Yes, he does. Ace Reeves is Mr. Magnificent 6, the gravity manipulator. Survives the onslaught and now has a guaranteed championship match. Anytime, anywhere he decides to cash in. All 6 men giving it their all, but Ace Reeves, the sneaky bugger, as Durag Jones and Brett Curtis were busy fighting to see who would climb the ladder, Ace Reeves just juked both of them and snatched the case for himself. What a sight to see. A perfect picture right there. But now it is time for our main event of the evening. Yosef Ali Vota and Dante Tatum going to step inside of the cage of horrors. Now the rules of this are pretty simple. It's a Hell in a Cell match, and it is first to 2 falls, either by pin or submission. Both of these men actually had to sit down and sign a contract saying they would not sue CMV if anything happens to them, because that's how nasty this match is predicted to be. Yosef concocted this himself and challenged Dante Tatum after, of course, Tatum defeated Yosef to win the NGW Championship back in South Carolina. And Tatum, I don't know if it was a bravado or what, but he accepted on the spot. Will that turn out to be a mistake on his part? We're going to find out right now. But if history is any indicator, Dante Tatum is walking out still the NGW champion. Yosef has only been beaten twice in his NGW career, both of those times by Dante Tatum. Yosef is a man who, when you look at his history, is not to be trifled with. A former strongman in the traveling show, when his partner accidentally burned his neck, Yosef responded by purposefully snapping his neck. And that got him barred from the traveling show for life, which led him to NGW, where he was brought in by Ted Dickens, and now almost like an animal been let loose. The super athlete is looking to become the first ever two-time NGW champion tonight in a match of his making. NGW Ken Donahue not liable for what these two are about to do to each other. And it's men like Yosef. For Dante's entire career, he's been trying to prove he is just as good as or better than. You look at Dante Tatum on paper, he doesn't maybe seem like the kind of guy who can lead an entire division. But there he is, the catalyst, the spark plug, the heart and soul of NGW, and the NGW champion, Dante Tatum. Twice before, everybody thought Yosef was going to murder Dante, and twice before, Dante proved everyone wrong. Somehow, I still find myself doubting Dante. I just take a look at Yosef, and I take a look at that structure that hangs above the ring, and I just don't know how Tatum stands a chance, but I know that he'll die before he lets Yosef walk out of England with that championship in his possession. The cage getting set to lower around these two, as it is for the richest prize in NGW. They're gonna fight for. Super athlete, a man who seems almost genetically engineered for this type of scenario. You know how they say Russians fight bears? I think maybe they're talking about Yosef Ali Vota. He is a bear. But Dante Tatum showing no fear. He never does. No matter who he's up against. It could be a man his size. It could be a man 10 times his size. Tatum is showing up. And he is ready to fight that good fight. Passes off the championship to Poe. And Yosef, you know, he challenged Dante to this match because he knows the structure is going to limit Tatum's ability to use his athleticism, that agility that he has twice before used to defeat Yosef Ali Vota. Here we go. It is first to two falls. Kick to the midsection from Vota right out of the gate, and a firm slap across the face. Now wait a minute, Vota! He's already looking to cash out goal, but Tatum saying not so fast, my friend. Trips Tatum up, stomp to the underside of the knee. I think Voda just testing Dante early on, trying to get a feel for him. Whoa, Tatum with some power. Okay. Yosef's got to have, what, probably 100 pounds on the Catalyst, and he just freaking lifted him up from the apron back into the ring like it ain't no thing. You know, they say you can achieve incredible feats of strength in moments of great adversity, so don't be surprised if Tatum does some things you would not expect tonight. Overhand punch. Ooh, knee to the gut. That's going to suck the air right up out of Voda, but turns it into a sit-out power bomb. Now that is awesome. I might not agree with the kind of man that Yosef is, but there's not a single soul on earth that can deny Voda's just in-ring savagery. Only a one count. Whoever takes that first fall is going to have a firm advantage, forcing the other to play catch-up. Snap vertical suplex. You know, Tatum here doesn't have his champion's advantage either. There are no countouts and there are no disqualifications. Puts him in the jaw, Irish whip off the ropes. Gonna meet him on the rebound. Oh no, dropping down. Oh, sidekick, guys. Hardly backs Yosef up. Almost like it was an annoying gnat buzzing around him or something, saying shoo. Oh, Tatum! Sunset flip powerbomb. That's the move that he has used twice to defeat Yosef. 1, 2, but not now. Voda getting his shoulder up off the mat with hardly any time to spare. On the shoulders, Tatum gonna go for a ride, dropped on that top rope, sternum first. You see how Dante clutches at his chest, finding it hard to breathe, and that's what Voda wants, full mount. These right hands connecting, a stomp to the midsection on the way out, pin, only a 1 count. Voda going low, double leg takedown, shades of his days in high school and college as an amateur wrestler. Tatum with a dragon screw. That's another reason that Yosef Ali Voda is such a dangerous man to be in the ring with, because my bad. Luckily, I brought backup batteries because I knew that this may happen. So let's return after that short commercial break. Buy Snickers. Support the show. And Tatum's going to the top, guys. Dante Tatum flying! 6-star frog splash. Tatum! Will he secure the first fall? Hooking that tree trunk of a leg. 1, 2. No. Just for a second, you're allowed to believe Tatum was going to win that easily. But he's going to the top again. Hang on. Tatum says, hey, if it don't work the first time, try again. But no. Voda was ready. Got his knees up. Tatum able to get away from that kick to the midsection. Oh, tries to punch him on the apron. Voda just sent his knee right through the ropes. Oh, there you go. Charging at him. Dante Tatum. Such a hard guy to pinpoint and lock down. What's he going for here? Whoa! Corkscrew moonsault. Changing it up a bit. Tatum got to know at this point that Yosef is beginning to learn his tricks of the trade. As we just saw a few moments ago when Voda got his knees up as Tatum was going for the 6-star frog splash. Gonna require him to maybe pull out something new. Monkey flip, double bounce, crossbody. And a stomp to the face just for good measure. A little bit of a cherry on top, if you will. Tatum, sunset flip, powerbomb, 1, 2. Yosef is just unwilling to give up that point, though. It's wise for Tatum here to try to keep Yosef in the ring, because if Yosef gets a weapon in his hands, I don't even want to imagine. But he's already got a weapon. It is his hand. Tries to go for that punch again, and again, Dante Tatum reverses. It's the same for Yosef, though, as it is for Tatum. Yosef's got to try and hook up something new, but Tatum from the corner, he's going to go for that enziguri. There you go, baby. Busting Yosef open. Flurries into the pin. 1, 2. No. Come on. What is it going to take for Tatum to get this pin? Now he's just trying to pull the arm of Yosef right out of its socket. Well, this cage has not stopped Tatum from his usual antics. Let's get a trifle here. Oh, Hurricane Rana! Tatum points up high. These fans on their feet, clapping their hands for him. And Tatum, who is not the type of guy you're usually going to see messing around on the ground. He's got to target that cut on Yosef's forehead. Sunset flip powerbomb maybe again, but Yosef gets an elbow to the back of the head. 2 of them, 3 of them. And the super kick from the super athlete. 1, 2. Tatum looking up at the lights. He might be in La La Land right now. Snapping back to European uppercut. Gonna close that distance. Yosef's ready for him, though, overpowering, and he just shoves Tatum back. Jawbreaker. Tip for tap off the ropes. Hurricane Rana again by Tatum. There's another DDT. Tatum goes to the corner. A second time, he's going to look for that running enziguri. And there's no way in hell Yosef kicks out again. 1, 2, 3. Dante gets the first fall. Dante now in the lead. He just needs one more pin or one more submission. And before Yosef can even fully recuperate, twist the face from Tatum. Yosef bleeding even worse now. Blood covering his entire face as if he's a stuffed pig. Tatum on high alert, but Yosef's going into overdrive. He needs 2 falls in a row to walk out a 2-time NGW champion. Clothesline. Clothesline again. Ducking Tatum's clothesline off the ropes. Head full of steam, leaping lariat. Tries to go low, but Tatum meets him on the rebound with a clothesline. Misses the stop, back up to his feet. Irish whip into the corner. Yosef in his near 300-pound frame coming in for a shoulder thrust. Tatum moves out of the way. Irish whip off the ropes, on the rebound. Side kick. I think I saw one of Yosef's teeth go flying through the cage. Now it's Tatum with an Irish whip into the corner. Bit of a mini body splash. What's he doing here? Oh! Off the middle rope with an elbow drop. I like that. A little bit of a twist in the air, too. Now, yes! That deserves a clap. That deserves a clap. 1. Only a 1 count he gets off of it, though. He just hit a springboard to Hurricane Rana and then kicked up out of it. This is your NGW champion, ladies and gentlemen. Sunset flip, powerbomb, and how poetic it would be. 1, 2. Oh, just a 2 count. But Tatum not letting that deter him. Takes a deep breath. He's got to pace himself, especially in a match like this. Stop to the lower back. Yosef is in the perfect position. Tatum to the top rope. Could this be the moment? High risk. Does not pay off. Boda again gets his knees up. As Tatum was going to try for the 6-star frog splash. Scoop slam. Knee to the ribs. Very well may have cracked one. That crimson mask of Yosef, not stopping him, not holding him back. The blood dripping into his eyes, he can taste the iron on his tongue. And here comes Tatum. Off that top rope, tornado DDT. Funnily enough, a maneuver often used by the man who just won Magnificent Six, Ace Reeves, the man who now has a guaranteed title shot with one of these two men. 1, 2, just a 2 count though. A man who is no doubt watching from the back right now, perhaps looking to cash in. Oh, Yosef with the spinning sidewalk slam, squashing Tatum like a bug, but still, Tatum. That is why he is the heart and soul of NGW, ladies and gentlemen. Because he brings his heart, he brings his soul to every single match. It doesn't matter if it's against some rookie on NGW TV. Don't matter if it's some dark match on a house show or if it's the main event of NGW Checkpoint England. Dante Tatum targeting that arm again, gonna go for a desperation pin, but Yosef's not gonna give it up that easy. Look how long it took for Tatum to score the first ball. Knife edge chop, forearm smash, backing Yosef up closer to the corner. But Tatum's gonna throw him out of the ring. Ooh, he hit the apron on the way down too. Stomping on Yosef's ankle, a punch to the back of the head. Just for good measure, gonna throw Yosef back first into the cage wall. My God, now a forearm smash. And again, Yosef goes back first into the steel. I think Yosef getting taken around the block right now. Dante is enjoying this face first. Into the siding, and again! This is for everything that Voda has done to Tatum over these past couple of months. Inside this cage right now, Yosef is not the bully, Dante is. Oh my God! He is working him right now. But now it's Voda's turn. Back into the ring. Just where Yosef needs him. Goes low with the clothesline again, coming after him. And to the top rope. I'm on the edge of my seat. 6! No! That's the third time Voda has gotten his knees up. And now, the cutthroat slam from the challenger. Stomping on the Tatum's arm. Going back to his wrestling roots as he dominates Tatum on the ground. Tatum wasted time trying to get retribution and give Yosef a taste of his own medicine. Oh my God, Yosef has not been able to hit his punch up this whole match. Hurricane Rana from Dante. Turns to the fans. The men, women, and children who keep him alive in moments like this. He thrives off of their energy. Dante tried to go low, but Tatum with a good guard, another bicycle super kick, and now Dante is busted open. And Yosef is gonna go right after that cut, trying to tear into it with his fingernails. But Tatum with a punch to the ribs, a kick to the knee, another kick to the knee, another kick to the knee. Goes for the midsection. Yosef caught him, but didn't see that knee coming. Irish whip into the corner. Slowly approaching. Doesn't want to get ahead of himself, but it doesn't matter anyway. Elbow to the knee. Those quick reflexes saving Tatum. No refuge for Yosef up against the ropes. He is quite literally getting the shit kicked out of him right now. Stop to the lower back. And this has not paid off for Tatum the last few times he's attempted it. Will it now? There is no quit. This kid, 6-star frog splash. 1, 2, 3. Dante Tatum is still NGW champion. What a match, what a performance by the catalyst, by the heart and soul, by the spark plug of NGW, the NGW champion still 2-0. And there ain't no question about it now. Dante Tatum is the kryptonite to Josep Ali Vota. Bloodied, bruised, looking like he just went through the ringer, and he did. All for that championship. All for the right to be called the best of the best. But there ain't no rest when you're at the top of the mountain, and Tatum knows that better than anyone. Ace Reeves now has the Magnificent Six contract. Who is coming for Tatum next? Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you as always for tuning in and watching along with me. What a show it was. A lot of unexpected outcomes, honestly, at least for me personally. But you all know the details. If you want to join the show, go to communityuniverse.4emotion.com. Exclamation point join in the chat will give you a link. If you are new, make sure you drop a follow so that you know when I go live. We are getting pretty close to 2,000 followers here on Twitch, so that would be pretty neat. And exclamation point Twitter, exclamation point Discord will give you links to all of our social media. So until tomorrow for the Fallout on NGW TV, I believe episode 42. Could be wrong. I'll catch you then. But for now, have a lovely rest of your Father's Day, and I will see you when I see you. Bye.